What's up, everybody? There was a big update to TF2 yesterday. Huge, absolutely huge. Unfortunately, I do not mean huge in the terms of it being a major update with content and other additions, more due to its impact on the trading community. There are people out there who have potentially lost hundreds or even thousands of dollars in value in some of their items due to this new update and some of the changes. Now you can see here there is a lot of writing with this update. There's a lot of things, and a lot of this has nothing to do with what we're talking about. There's some various map changes and little bug fixes and stuff like that. But the one line I want you guys to focus on, the one that is really important, is the fixed missing polygon on Pyro's finger. I'm joking, it's not that one. It is going to be the Quickswitch fix. Fixed being able to equip conflicting cosmetic items using plus Quickswitch. Now, some of you are probably looking at this and thinking, what on earth does that mean? And some of you who had what we call Quickswitch glitch unusuals are probably losing your minds over the fact that your items can no longer be used in the same way they were before. Now, I'll start from the bottom so that everyone is on the same page and knows the kind of impact that this small line in an update has had on the trading community. Now, we all know when it comes to TF2, you have a loadout. You have your weapons, primary, secondary, etc. The spy here has nice 4 weapons, and you have 3 cosmetic slots. Now, when it comes to cosmetics, you can wear a variety of different things across your body. You can have, of course, a suit, or various clothing items for some of the characters, and you can equip them with shoes because they go on your feet. These items do not conflict with each other. One covers the body and one covers the feet. Now, it gets a little bit more complicated when we start talking about the head. The original place where cosmetics were added for hats was the top of the head. Now, when it comes to the head region, there is roughly, if we keep it simple, 5 different type of equip regions on the head. We have some items like the Max's head, which do not have an equip region. You can wear the Max's head with absolutely anything and it will not conflict. You can get another hat and it will literally go right through it. It doesn't really matter because this can be matched with absolutely anything. So that's a special case. But if we look at the more traditional ones, we can do the hat here goes on the top of the head. Then we also have the eye region. Now, the eye region is, the glasses. So you can wear glasses and things like the Dare specs and things like that. And the final region is going to be around the face or covering the mouth. So we can have the bandana, the various beards, things like that. So as you can see, we have 3 items here, 3 cosmetics that are all on the head region. Now, obviously, you cannot have more than one on a certain region. So we have a hat here right now. If we try to look through this, I can't wear another hat as it conflicts with the other equipped items. You physically cannot select these items. The other equip region that we haven't talked about yet is the overall head equip region. Now, an example of this would be the Corona Australis. Now, this covers the entirety of the head. You have the hat, the eyes, the face, everything kind of gets covered there. And as such, a lot of items cannot be equipped with it. You cannot equip a hat that goes on top of the head because it's covering the entire face region. Now, there is a number of these items, and as such, you would think unusual versions of them you can only wear by themselves. And that used to not be the case because of the Quickswitch glitch. Now, the Quickswitch glitch was fairly simple. You would go into a server while wearing an item, and if you had an item that was quick switchable, shall we say, you would just use the quick switch menu in the console by activating plus quick switch, and then you would be able to equip another item that would normally conflict, and you could wear it on top. This led to a lot of people having unusual hats and double unusual effects on items that should be able to be comboed together. And as such, these items that were able to have this property had so much more value because you were able to essentially glitch them into a region that they weren't supposed to be worn on. Now, examples of these would be the Whirly Warrior, the Gauzed Gaze, the Blast Defense, the Frag Proof Fragger, Herald's Helm, Wandering Wraith, Corona Australis, and Mask of the Shaman. Now, these hats were the unusual Quickswitch items. Now, these items were considered more valuable because of the fact that you could glitch them and wear them with items that would normally conflict. For example, around a week ago, there was a Burning Flames Wandering Wraith that sold for 2,000 keys pure. That is a lot of money for just an unusual hat. Now, sure, it's a Burning Flames, but the fact that you could use the Quickswitch glitch to equip this item with hats and other cosmetics that normally you couldn't made a big thing. And this update, this line here, has changed that. This simple update, this simple line in the update log has changed it so that these items can no longer be able to be equipped using this glitch. Using the Quickswitch menu will no longer allow that list of items to be used in the same way. So what does this mean in terms of the trading community? I mean, if you don't have any of these items, if you haven't invested in unusual versions of these items, it doesn't really matter too much to you. But if you're a person who has a loadout that you've used the Quickswitch menu in order to get to work using this glitch, you're not going to be able to do that anymore. If you're somebody who's invested a lot, like the people who've spent hundreds, thousands of keys on some of the top end unusuals of these hats, of these cosmetics, the value of those items is more than likely going to go down now because they've just turned into regular cosmetics. You can no longer equip them with the items you could before. Now, this is an absolutely massive thing. This is the biggest change in kind of equip regions since about 2016, I think, back when the Doctor's Dapper Topper and some other items were made into all class. This is essentially taking away that ability, and it's going to be interesting to see the price changes on that list of items I gave you earlier. Now, initially when this update dropped, there was a glitch that they kind of added into the game, which they quickly, I think a few hours later, there was about a 4-hour period where a lot of people were losing their mind, where certain combinations that should have been allowed were blocked, like wearing glasses with hats, and people were just absolutely confused why their regular loadouts were no longer valid. That's since been patched, so at least Valve managed to jump on that one pretty quickly. But I want to know what your guys' thoughts are. Are there any of you that had these Quickswitch unusuals that that you will be able to use in your loadouts? There's any of you who've actually invested a lot, because it's going to be interesting to see whether people decide to keep these or they try to shift them as quickly as possible. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little update. And yeah, like I said, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this update and how much of a, was it a needed update? Do you think this is something Valve should have done, or is it something they should have left alone? Because was it hurting anyone? Not really, but there's going to be a lot of upset people because of it. Anyway, you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.